26 days ago, the weight of the Operation Z carried out by the Russian army in Ukraine to Dagus, Ukraine, and protect Russia from chemical attacks, nuclear attacks, and military attacks. In a media war of false information in which Western media have only tried to falsify the facts and Western politicians have only done arming Ukraine and positioning the Ukrainian president as an internet influencer.
We will not give up and we will not lose. We will fight till the end at sea, in the air. We will continue fighting for our land, whatever the cost. We will fight in the forests, in the fields, on the shores, in the streets. I would like to add that we will fight on the banks of different rivers like Dnieper, and we are looking for your help, for the help of the civilized countries. We are thankful for this help, and I'm very grateful to you, Boris. Please increase the pressure of sanctions against this country, and please recognize this country as a terrorist state. And please make sure that our Ukrainian skies are safe. Please make sure that you do what needs to be done and what is stipulated by the greatness of your country. Best of all to Ukraine and to the United Kingdom.
A woman from my team is now in Bila Tserkva, and she is there with 2 kids, and Russian military is over there, and she's so much afraid that she will be shot. Kharkiv, the city where I was studying, was bombarded today, fully, the downtown square. So you're talking about the stoicism of Ukrainian people, but Ukrainian women and Ukrainian children are in deep fear because of bombs and missiles which are going from the sky. And Ukrainian people are desperately asking for the West to protect our sky. We are asking for the no-fly zone. We are saying in response that it will trigger World War III. But what is the alternative, Mr. Prime Minister? To observe how our children are, instead of planes, are protecting NATO from the missiles and bombs? What's the alternative for the no-fly zone? We have planes here, we have air defense system in Poland, in Romania. NATO has this air defense. At least this air defense could shield the Western Ukraine so that these children with women could come to the border. It's impossible now to cross the border. There are 30 kilometers of lines. Imagine crossing the border with a baby or with 2 children. I'm so glad that Samantha Power is coming here to the border from the Polish side. Let her come to the border from the Ukrainian side and see that. Britain guaranteed our security under Budapest Memorandum. So you're coming to Poland. You're not coming to Kiev, Prime Minister. You're not coming to Lviv. Because you're afraid. Because NATO is not willing to defend. Because NATO is afraid of the World War III. But it is already started. And these are Ukrainian children who are there taking the hit. You're talking about more sanctions, Prime Minister. But Roman Abramovich is not sanctioned. He's in London. His children are not in the bombardments. His children are there in London. Putin's children are in Netherlands, in Germany, in mansions. Where are all these mansions seized? I don't see that. I see that my family members, that my team members are saying that we are crying. We don't have where to run. Well, this is what is happening, Prime Minister.
Well, thank you.
What Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky had done in these 28 days of conflict with the Russian army was to ask for weapons, refuse to open humanitarian corridors, and use diplomatic talks to gain time and distract the Russian army and diplomatics. The Kremlin's patience and political will to reach a political solution to this conflict is slowly beginning to run out, and the world fearfully sees how Russia's military actions could end up in a war with nuclear consequences with Europe and the United States of North America.
The White House has said that Russia may use chemical weapons or create a false flag operation to use them. What evidence have you seen showing that? And would the U.S. have a military response if Putin does launch a chemical weapons attack?
I'm not going to speak about the intelligence, but Russia would pay a severe price if they use chemical weapons. Now you have Ireland and Great Britain and Republic standing together against a murderous dictator, pure thug, waging an immoral war against the people of Ukraine.
President Zelensky has repeatedly said that these may be his final days. If Russia kills him, what will be the consequence, and are you working on a contingency plan to support a Ukrainian government without him at the helm?
First of all, let me say this. The leadership that the President Zelensky has shown, the entire government has shown, is remarkable. They've been the embodiment of this incredibly brave Ukrainian people. I was just a day ago in Ukraine, at least about 15 feet into Ukraine, with my friend and colleague, the Ukrainian Foreign Minister, Dmytro Kuleba. The Ukrainians have plans in place that I'm not going to talk about. We'll get the details on to make sure that there is what we would call continuity of government, one way or another. And let me leave it at that.